Have you ever wondered what happens when your furry friend comes into contact with poison ivy? A seemingly innocent frolic in the woods can quickly turn into a prickly situation when your beloved pet tangles with this notorious plant. There's a common misconception that our four-legged companions are immune to the effects of poison ivy. But let's set the record straight. While it's true that pets, particularly those with thicker coats, have a certain degree of protection against poison ivy, this doesn't make them completely impervious. The shiny three-leaved culprit can still cause discomfort or even a nasty rash in some cases. And what's more, your pet can unwittingly become a carrier of the plant's irritating oils, posing a risk to you, the pet parent. So, the next time you're out exploring the great outdoors with your pet, remember to be vigilant. While it's true that our pets have a layer of protection in the form of their fur, it does not make them completely immune to the effects of poison ivy. Let's delve deeper into this. So, your dog has rolled around in a patch of poison ivy. What happens next? Well, the first thing to understand is that dogs can indeed get affected by poison ivy, but their reaction can be a little more complex than ours. The most common symptom your dog may experience is a rash, especially if they're a breed with a thin coat. Breeds such as greyhounds, whippets, or any of the hairless breeds have a higher likelihood of getting a rash from contact with poison ivy. This is because their fur, or lack thereof, isn't thick enough to provide a protective barrier against the plant's irritating oils. On the other hand, dogs with thicker coats, like Labrador retrievers or Bernese mountain dogs, have a natural protection against poison ivy thanks to their dense fur. However, this doesn't mean they are completely immune. The areas with less fur, such as the belly or the inside of their legs, are still susceptible to the irritating effects of poison ivy. Now, let's say your dog has rolled around in poison ivy. The first thing to remember is not to touch their fur with bare hands. Unlike them, we humans don't have a protective coat of fur, and the oils from the plant can easily transfer onto our skin, leading to a nasty rash. So, what's the best course of action? Get your pup inside and into the bath as soon as possible. Be sure to wear gloves to avoid direct contact with the plant's oils on their fur. Use a pet-safe shampoo, preferably one with anti-inflammatory ingredients like oatmeal, to give them a thorough cleaning. This will help soothe their skin and remove any remaining residue of poison ivy. Following the bath, it's important to wash any towels or clothing that might have come into contact with your dog's fur to ensure all traces of the plant's oils are removed. Remember, the rash is not the only concern when it comes to dogs and poison ivy. The ingestion of the plant can lead to a different set of problems, which we'll discuss in the next segment of this video. Stay tuned. What if your dog eats poison ivy? Is it harmful? You might ask. Well, the answer is a bit more complex than a simple yes or no. Ingesting poison ivy can lead to a variety of consequences for our furry friends. Some dogs might just end up with an upset stomach, but don't let that fool you into complacency. In severe cases, dogs who are particularly allergic could go into anaphylactic shock or experience breathing difficulties. It's a scary thought, isn't it? Signs of distress such as heaving, vomiting, or diarrhea should never be ignored. These symptoms could indicate that your pet has ingested poison ivy and is reacting badly to it. In such situations, it's crucial to seek veterinary attention without delay. Remember, it's always better to err on the side of caution when it comes to the well-being of our beloved pets. While dogs are the usual suspects, they are not the only pets at risk. What about our feline friends? Can cats get poison ivy too? You may be wondering, well, just like dogs, cats too can come into contact with this troublesome plant, especially those adventurous outdoor kitties. Their thick fur coat can serve as a protective barrier, but it doesn't make them completely immune. The real trouble begins when they transfer the plant's irritating oils to their human companions through contact. Imagine cuddling your cat after they've had a romp in a patch of poison ivy. Not fun, right? So, how do you clean a cat that's been frolicking in poison ivy? The process is similar to dogs. Get your feline friend indoors and into a bath as soon as possible. Use gloves to protect yourself and a pet-safe shampoo to clean them. And remember, cats might not be as cooperative as dogs when it comes to bathing, so patience is key here. Remember, when it comes to our pets and poison ivy, prevention is always better